So, what brings you into our session today?
There's a few things that come to mind. My wife has asked me to be in here today. She thinks I need to talk about my feelings and my stress. I think a lot's been going on in the past 4 to 5 months that have just sort of been throwing my life in the air, which is, not exactly what I thought would be happening for me in my 30s.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just been kind of difficult lately. I recently lost my job that I'd been at for about 5 years, and I mean, I worked for this job. I put my back into this job, and now they've done some upsizing and now they've made me redundant, which, how am I supposed to feel about that? Like, a severance package isn't going to cover how I feel. What am I supposed to do? I worked so hard for that job, and now I have useless qualifications for a very specific job. What am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah. So you're currently feeling like your job that just made you redundant didn't give you, any pathway to another, job, saying that your qualifications are now useless.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I spent 5 years there, and everything I know is about that job. I know every in and out of that place, and now I applied for a few different jobs that I thought would maybe, get me back in that field, but, after a few rejection letters, you kind of lose that confidence in it. And now I recently got a job at a petrol station, and it's just not where I want to be. I don't want to be there. I don't want to do it. I feel like it's a downgrade from what I had. And I don't want to do that. I just feel like you give so much to someone, and then they just throw it back at you. And this new job is it's so pointless. I'm working under someone who's half my age. Like, I don't want to be told what to do by someone that's 10 years younger than me. In my old job, I was, up there. I was up I climbed the ranks to get where I was. And now I'm back at the beginning it's a petrol station. What opportunities do you get out of that? What kind of progress can you really make? I just feeling a bit lost.
Yeah, so at the moment you're feeling just a little bit lost in terms of, being in this new job where firstly it has no, relation to your old job and all your qualifications, but the thing is, like, it's not satisfying any other needs. And you're just feeling a little bit lost and I guess trapped in the world of jobs because it's so hard to navigate that job that really seeks for you.
Yeah. And I mean, I got married to my partner. We've been seeing each other for about 4 years, and we got married about a year ago. So for the whole time we've been together, I have had that specific job. I have made that amount of money. I have, been able to put aside money. I've been able to take her out. I've been able to treat her good. And now I can't even afford groceries. I can't afford to live on my salary. And, my partner's putting in most of the money, and she's now supporting me, which is making me feel useless to her. I don't want to feel like a burden to her. And, you know, she works 9 to 5, she comes home, and I'm still in bed. And then I go off to work. I go off to work and I leave the house exactly the way I made it. Like, I don't cook, I don't clean, I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I'm not used to it. And now I just feel like the rug's been ripped out from under me, and I'm just a burden to those around me.
So, from what I can gather, you feel useless and you feel like a burden because there's just been a huge change in, you know, the way you have been providing or supporting, and, you know, all the emotional aspects that come with that.
Yeah.
You mentioned how your wife is now, I guess, supporting you. How has this impacted your relationship with her?
Oh, we fight now. We've never fought like this before. We fight over money, which is crazy for me to even think. If you told me a year ago that I'd be fighting with my wife about money, I wouldn't have believed you. You know, it's putting a real strain on the way we are as a couple, and, you know, she's resentful of the fact that I sit around all day spending her money on things that I used to be able to pay for. And, you know, I just feel like she's disappointed in not so much in me, more in where she's at in her life. I think she wanted more, and I think I have held her back from what she could have had.
Yeah. So it definitely sounds like that finance has been a real impact to not only your life, but, you know, your life with your partner, and, you know, obviously your bills and everything that is necessarily financial. Have you tried maybe changing jobs or career paths?
I have thought about it. I think about it a lot, but, you know, after so many rejections, it's kind of hard to build that confidence back up. Like, you're worth anything, really. I mean, with the way things are, I just feel like, what are my skills even? What can I do? What can I even do with myself? You know, and I tried, you know, looking for jobs that require my specific skill set that I have, and they're either not hiring, I either am missing one skill set that I need, or, you know, they just reject. I just have lost the confidence, really.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely understandable with how you're feeling in terms of, you know, finding that perfect job for you. I mean, it's definitely so hard to continue, you know, trying when all you've been getting is rejection letters. That definitely would take a toll on you.
Yeah. And it has. I mean, I feel really useless. Like, I feel like my ego has been completely just destroyed. And I used to think I was such like a top dog. I used to think I was good at my job, and now I feel like I'm unnecessary. Like, I'm unnecessary, and that all the work I put in was for nothing. It's just been hard.
I get how it can definitely be really hard for you at the moment, and, you know, all your feelings are very valid. Are there any possible interests that may potentially lead you to feeling a lot more confident in yourself, or?
Yeah, well, I have always wanted to go back to school and study, but now it's kind of like, it's different because yeah, I just kind of assumed that I'd be in that job forever. And I got rid of all idea that I want to go back to school and study graphic design, which is what I've always been interested in, but I never did it. And I feel like now it's too late to do that. I feel like I have lost a decent amount of time. And what if I'm not good at it? What if I can't find a job in it? How is my wife going to support me while I'm at school?
Yeah.
She's already sick of me as it is, but now it's just completely different.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it does look like our session is almost over. I'm just getting a little bit conscious of the time. But what I have gathered from our session today is that becoming redundant in your job has not only impacted you financially, but also emotionally, and that has now, I guess, projected onto your relationships, as well as, your new job, and I guess future jobs that you may eventually bring yourself further to.
Yeah.
I do know that we have a few sessions booked in over the next few weeks. Do you have any goals that you would like to focus on?
Yeah, I have a few things in mind actually. I want to build that confidence back up. I want to work on maybe, getting back into handing in resumes and, doing what I believe I can do. I want to just build that back up for myself. I think after, so much rejection, you sort of lose that. And I know I'm good at what I do, and I just need that back. I need that reinforced. I need to know that I'm good at what I do and build that back up. I also want to work on just managing that relationship with my wife. I'm getting a bit snappy, and I don't want to be like that. I want her to feel loved and appreciated, and I just want to work on my emotions with her, and it's just, I want to feel like I'm really, making her feel good, and I think I need to work on, feeling good myself before I can make her feel good, which, is hard because I want to put her first, but yeah.
Those are definitely good goals to be in place. You clearly are not so happy at this new job, and the whole finance situation is definitely taking a huge toll on yourself and your relationship, and definitely creating more resumes to be able to send off to other people would be definitely really good in the end, when you can eventually get that new job and build that confidence back with not always having to receive rejection letters. I thank you very much for coming in and sharing your situation with me today. Your bravery and courage are definitely acknowledged in this room. Those are very important as well as impactful
Thank you.
issues and situations to talk about.
Thank you so much.
That's okay. Thank you so much for coming.